Hello guys, welcome to the last video on the beginner series for Tower of God New World. And in today's video we're going to talk about some different game modes we have in the game. I'm not going to talk about adventure mode because that's pretty straightforward. You just have to beat the opposing team and just proceed as much as you can. Nothing strange there. I will just mainly focus on the expedition tab where we have the mock battle, the Conquest Mode, the Arena, Trial Area, Guardian's Test, and Secret Floor. So I will just mainly talk about these. Let's start with the mock battle. In here we can see or we can fight bosses. We have a daily boss that's always going to be Quant, this guy, this blue guy that has high evasion. Then we have the underground laboratory where we have different bosses on a rotation. They change every 2 days. And then at times we have events, like in this case we have the Christmas event, so the Christmas boss battle, which is the Everglow tree, okay, this guy. And so basically I will post a link down in the description to a guide made by Priden. I don't know how to pronounce that site name, but yeah. In which you will see different team recommendations for the different bosses. But what I usually do, like when I go into challenge, I usually, when I don't know how to fight a certain boss, if I don't want to think too much about it, just click auto, other player records, and you will see what other people used. Then you can use a similar one, for which you have the units. Some of them will require certain levels of exclusive equipment, like this team for that's using Blurroad, or some others will require a certain level of dupes, like teams with the Yellow Knight Cheonwa and Blurroad. You will need Cheonwa with 3 red, so that together with Blurroad they can decrease the defense of the boss by 100%. But in general, overall, if you see teams with similar levels of Shinsu links and also similar units that you have, you can just pick one of them and give it a try and see how it performs. Like in my case, I have Rachel invested, and she is the best DPS for this boss fight at the moment. So I could look for, like, we can see this guy, how much damage he dealt, 840 million, so he's already lower than mine. Let's try this one. This guy has higher slots than me, and he dealt less damage, so this team is worse than what I used. This one has higher slots than me, and still his damage is lower. So not really that much advantage. I think this one is still better. I don't like using Child and Dorsey. I tried it. If I had her invested, sure, she would be great. But I don't. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I already have 2 units that improve my accuracy and reduce the enemy evasion to help me hit a little bit more. Here, for the last slot, I could either go with BAM to buff the damage that Rachel deals, or I could go with, let's see, also this guy that also buffs the damage that Rachel deals. Let's see, I could go with Blurroad just to decrease the magic resistance of the opponent. I could go with that guy, the Yellow Knight. I have a lot of different options. I will just try with BAM first and see how it goes. If it's too bad, I will try to stop it and just go back, because you don't have to finish it if you see that the run is going bad. You can just roll back. You can just exit and roll back. We are already going pretty well. Let's just see the next ultimate that Rachel will cast. Okay, nice. It's almost at the same level I'm usually at, but Quant is already starting to destroy my whole team, so not good. So yeah, okay, I didn't stop it, I should have, but yeah, okay, not the best start. But what I'm trying to say here is just try to copy the teams that other people are using, their ideas, and see how they work. We could try one last time and go with Blur Road and see if there are any changes here. But yeah, in this video I also want to show you because I tried recording it a couple of times, but I was always like without the modes open. So I was like, okay, I'm just talking and I'm not showing anything, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. So in this case, the video will probably be a little bit longer, but I also want to show you guys in an actual fight how it works or what I try to do. This fight is already pretty bad because my whole team is already dead. So I will stop it, click exit, and yeah, I will try it later on. I just wanted to let you guys know of this auto function and to really use it, especially on bosses you don't know. For this one, you can probably just stick to the team that it's written in Pryden if you have the units. Otherwise, unfortunately, you have to use the things you have. If you have Rachel, great, like the green Rachel, not the purple one. She's great as a single target DPS. If you don't have her, you can use China Dorsey because she's still green. She's a great boss character, and she also has a buff against Quant because of elemental advantage. If you don't have her, you can use Joaquin. He's still a good unit, or Hats. They're still fine. But yeah. And also here, Underground Laboratory. For every single boss fight, there is a different team comp you should use. So in this case, this is the one I used last time. Still Rachel because she's my best single target unit at the moment. We can look at other player records again, also here. We will see similar teams. Here there are also people with Child and Dorsey leveled up. So she could also be viable. Here a guy that just has Hats as a DPS. Here a guy with Joaquin. This one could be interesting. 975 million. Okay, but he also has a super invested Barode. And he is the one that was carrying the team. This guy could be interesting. Let's see how much I can get with my previous team. And yeah, as we can see, my composition is worse than his, and is doing way worse. So I could probably try and copy it. Let's just have this try finish, and then we will try and copy the other player's composition. After that, I will not talk too much about the mock battle because otherwise this video is going to last more than 30 minutes again, and I don't want it. So yeah, let's just see if Rachel can get some damage in and reach at least 600 million damage. Not sure. She's still tanking a lot. Okay, yeah, she did. She managed to reach it. But yeah, I'm just gold 1, nothing too great. Let's just copy the Joaquin team here. Let's try and use this. It should be quite nice. Let's enter battle. I will also speed up the speed if it's not already max. Yeah, Let's max it up and see how this one performs. There are so many tries here that I'm not too scared. What the f... Okay, guys, see? You just have to follow what other people are doing and you will be fine. Unfortunately, this guy missed, so the ultimate went through, but look. Okay, seems pretty okay to me. Okay, probably a lot of other people will surpass me because my server I'm not like really high in link level, so people would overtake me, but that's still quite a good achievement. So this is a nice team. If you guys want to try it as well, please feel free to do so. Then just one quick word regarding this Everglow tree battle. This tree will take damage based on how much you heal and not how much damage you deal. So ideally, you want a full recovery team in here, plus you want BAM for the energy recovery. One thing I would like to try, because Evan is here, but his heals are not really working that much on the tree. He's here more to make your team survive. So I was wondering if a tank is better, because at times I saw that Evan just died and then my whole team followed through just a little bit later. So I will try with Karaka right now and see if I can get a better result. I don't know if this is which of the two is best. I think Bell of Recovery just increases your damage, but the other one could also be good if because I saw on one attempt that Gustang was not ulting because it was constantly CC'd, but it was already after Evan died. So I hope with Karaka I can have like the whole team just focus on using their skills and hopefully win. So let's see how it goes. I would have liked to put BAM like Karaka in the middle, but BAM is best used when he is close to many units because he boosts the energy of everyone nearby. So let's see. Still seems nice to me because now Karaka managed to pull some aggro from the units in the middle. Everyone is still alive. There are 28 seconds left and we are already at the 1 billion mark, which is good. Everyone is full health. So to me, I think Karaka is better than Evan because Evan, as I said, was here just for the survivability. So Karaka can do just well and keep our team alive. But okay, yeah, it didn't really change much as compared to the attempt with Evan. So you could use both of them, guys. Just try them and see how it goes. Okay, so that's all for the mock battle. I don't want to talk any more than these. Let's go in Conquest mode. So for this mode, there are different things you could focus on. You could focus on just clearing it as quickly as possible without taking all the rewards, but prioritizing the gift boxes. That's usually the thing I do because I prefer and I recommend you guys do as well. Because I like to have as many gifts as possible to increase as many units as I can to level 4, 5 or 6 of the report. So I will show you guys what I try to prioritize and what you have to look for to achieve the maximum number of boxes, which is around 40 and something. Otherwise, there is also the auto clear option that will just give you similar rewards based on the last clear you did. So in my case, as you can see, field rewards obtained 8 out of 16, which is more or less always the the maximum I can get if I want to get all the gift boxes. You could get more if you are lucky enough to get a map with a single line without any strange patterns, but we will see what we get here. Right. So, to me, golds are not important. You should avoid them. What's important to get is, first of all, okay, this one should be fine. We'll just go ahead and move forward with it. What's important to get is this big box with an M. Okay, here it's quite terrible overall. She's also coming here. Green, red, still fine. Hopefully Heaven doesn't die. When it starts where the enemy CP is just a little bit lower than yours, this is going to be a tough run. But that's also fine. Okay. Let's go for a little bit of defense. What's really important is this box with M, because it gives you the mission that gives you SSR shards. If it's an easy one, always go for the 8 one, obviously. Like in this case, win without dying in battle one time. Pretty easy. Some of the harder ones are like win with all tanks. That's really complicated, but yeah. So here I took the Shinsu, always go for it. It's really nice, and we have to complete this floor within 8 turns. We can easily do that. We are on turn 4 now, and we're going to fight the boss already. So here, again, I don't really care too much about the team composition because we're still early on. They are stronger than me as far as CP goes, but they should be pretty easy to handle. I just moved Bam because I didn't want him to die from Michael. And yeah, that should be it. Avon might take quite some damage here, but we'll see. No, okay. They all died immediately, so that's fine. Don't go for like the extra allies. Accuracy and damage increased, that's good. Just for the damage increase actually, because accuracy here is not that mandatory. It's important in adventure mode, but not that much in Conquest. Here, the thing on the right here, this is like extra, like a new teammate. Not really needed if you have good enough units, but in case you need it, please feel free to take it. You still have 1 or 2 turns extra in this fight. Okay, so here we can see we have a weird pattern here. To the right, everything here is quite useless. You can get coins, doesn't really matter. You can fight those guys for extra buff cards, doesn't really matter. The fire boxes, don't care. So as usual, Shinsu, it's important. Fighting the mini bosses, so the guys with the some kind of purple monster are important. They give you Link XP. The opponents without any symbol on their heads will just move towards you, as we saw also before, if you are within 2 hexagons. So you don't really need to move towards them. Here we just replace those guys and put some more DPS in, and also some green guys so that they can counter Oriang. Should be fine this way. Overall, Conquest Mode is a lot easier than Adventure, so you don't have to think too much about it. Here, that's nice but not mandatory. Let's go with Magic Resist. Here, I'm forced to go to this slot. Otherwise, if I could have reached the mini-boss, I would have, without the need of debuffing it. But in this case, I'm limited in movement, so I had to do it. Again, these guys are really good just for the Link XP they give, so I will try and get as many mini bosses as I can. In this case, there is just one, so we're going to go with it. And then there is the boss, and that's it. There is nothing else I really care about in this floor. So we can kill this guy and move forward. Okay, here they have a lot of assassins, and it could be kind of troublesome. Let's see if I can swap them here so that my bomb doesn't die. Okay, good. And here we have to finish within 10 turns, but as we saw, that's already fine. I can lower my max HP a little bit. I have 10 turns. I could just go for the coin here, but I don't feel it's that necessary. I mean, let's do it just because I have the turns and I can also fight and get one additional buff card. So no damage here. Everything gained, but as you see, you just get a buff card and nothing more. Like 3,000 coins is nothing, so you don't really care. Purple resistance could be fine, but I will go with recover one teammate's energy by 50% at the start of the battle. Then let's move to the next floor and get also the 10 gift boxes. You also have to finish all 3 floors within, I think, 25 moves or something like that. Okay, so here we are going to take the loot machine's amplification and we're going to fight one of the 2 bosses. I don't feel like we can in any way fight more than one, unfortunately. Okay, let's move Rachel there so that she's the one focused by Barode. We can also move Hiwa here so she's not getting focused by Kisea, but we should still be good. Okay. Fine. The route I usually take is just I go in the middle and take that Shinsu, then both of them, both the Shia and Shane will focus me. And then later on I move towards the Suspendium and the mini bosses. So I will just go in the middle there, take the Shinsu, and have both teams fight me. Here they have more red units, so we'll go with a little bit of blue. I'll go with Kunran here, and yeah, let's just see how it goes. It should be fine, perfect. Then also Shane is going to fight me. Let's take the crit rate here. Okay, in this case it would be best to use red, but it doesn't really matter that much. Still, we're going to use red. And the one in the front will be Varian, it's fine. Okay, good. So now, what we want to get is Suspendium. If we get to this hexagon there, nothing will really change. So we're going to debuff the enemies, and then with 3 moves we can get to the Suspendium anyway. Which one of the 2 is irrelevant, but you only get to pick one if you want to go below the number of turns required, unless you decide to skip the fights here. If you prefer Suspendium over Link XP, you can do that. Otherwise, I tend to go for the Link XP. It's just 500,000, but still better than nothing. Oh, local enemies for 5 seconds at the start of the battle, that's great. Then I will have to move to here. We are on turn 9, so I get 1 turn to fight that guy. Then I could go probably take the Suspendium. I will try it, not sure. But yeah, okay, here I have to use 1 additional blue element guy. Yellow element guy here, so Let's go with hats is fine. I will also remove her and go with... No, actually, let's keep Evankel and put her maybe here. Hats put there. Bam in front so that we can give energy to as many people as possible. And let's see how it goes. Okay. The most problematic units already died. That guy, obviously, with his exclusive achievement level 30 almost killed my whole team. But that's okay. We don't really care because we're not going to fight anyone else anyway. And here we are on turn 10. We could get the Suspendium, but then we would not be on time to complete it. Well, actually, let's try it because it should be 10. I will try it for you guys, and if it doesn't work, okay, whatever. Now it's turn 11, so we should be fine. Now it's turn 12, and we can close it in time. So yeah, 3 stars. We have used 25 turns in total, so we also get additional 10. So it's 5, 10, 15, 30, plus 10, 40 gift boxes. This is how I go about clearing Conquest Mode. If you guys have any different strategies or any tips, just let me know. But otherwise, that's the way I would suggest you guys clear this mode. We have the arena. This one is nothing really strange or complicated. In here, in the normal one, you will just get, based on your ranking, daily Suspendium and bi-weekly Suspendium. But that's pretty much it. You can get to challenge opponents. They will have different scores. The higher the score you face, the more points you get. And that's as simple as that. Nothing strange here. There is the Ranker Arena, where you have to set up 3 teams. And people can challenge you. This one is more a direct correlation between you can beat them, you take their place, and it's not based on points. So if you can beat someone higher than you, great, you can take their place. And likewise, they could beat you and replace you in your spot. And here, what you really get is just arena coins based on your placement. It doesn't really change much. Like if we see here, in the top 100 spots, it will just change by 1 per hour per spot. So it doesn't really matter. Lower, I think it gets to, let's see here, the other ranks, like minimum you get 100, like 1110. And yeah, based on your ranking, it could go up. It doesn't really change that much. And what changes is, as you can see, on most people, there is the challenger tag here at the top. Some of them do not have it. And to have this tag, you have to be within the top 20 with the highest ranker points. So it's this other value, of which I have 90,000 of it. And you get it only when you are in the top 100. Obviously, the higher is also the number of ranker points you get. If you are in the top 20, you will have earned the qualification to participate in the high ranker arena. In this one, you will get rewards based on your placement. Like if you only get to the qualifiers, you get 1,000. If you get to the round of 64, 3,000, etc., etc., until victory, which is 10,000 Suspendium. You can also get borders based on which round you reach. If it's a round of 64, which I was lucky enough to get to on the last try, you get 1 border. Then you get it only for the round of 8, so nothing for round 32 and 16, but that's fine. Then semifinals, finals, and then a lot of victories, but that's really not for me. Okay. And I guess also not for most of you guys, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching my videos. You would be just maxing everything out and beating the crap out of other people. But yeah. Then there is also the arena simulation, but unfortunately this is not that reliable because you cannot set the ignition weapon systems on your units. Or at least I couldn't figure out how to do it, because if we click on the units, we see that there is carrier and it looks like it could be interacted some way, but it doesn't work. Even if I hold it, nothing pops up. So I don't know. If they could let you pick your ignition weapons, that would be definitely good. As I said in the ignition, as I will say in the ignition weapons video, because you can then test some stats like magic pierce, physical pierce, affect hit, and affect resistance. But unfortunately, we cannot. So that's basically it. Then there is the Guardian's test. This is basically just fighting against enemies respecting certain conditions. And yeah, nothing much to say about it. It's pretty simple. They did increase the difficulty. Now the opponents might have higher CP than you, but it's the same as the campaign. I mean, the CP is higher, but you can easily win it without too many issues and fulfill the conditions. You don't have to fulfill all of them at the same time. You can just focus on completing the last one. That's usually the weirdest one, like forcing you to use certain kind of units. Once you've completed that, it doesn't matter if some of your units died. You can then put in or use your best team and achieve the 5 or more survivors. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say for the Guardian test as well. Then there is the trial area. In this area, you have another content you can push, in which you have a lot of floors you can clear. They will all give you Suspendium coins and Shinsu, and some stages, I think every 5 or 10, will give you also summoning tickets and some crystals, and double the amount of Suspendium coins and Shinsu of the previous stages. So overall, pretty good. It's not something you will find yourself pushing a lot in the later stages of the game. Like, it will also depend on your Shinsu link levels, so we'll be stuck for quite a bit and you won't get a lot of resources out of it, but still early on is a really nice place to gather some resources. Then you have the elemental trials that unlock on specific days and then are always available on Saturdays and Sundays. You can clear up to 10 floors of these per day. But again, as you reach higher and higher levels, your progression will slow down, so you will not be able to use all 10 attempts. Like, you will most likely not even be able to clear one single floor some weeks. So yeah, it's fine. It's a slow progress, and in here you can get a lot of materials to improve your gear and your exclusive equipment, as well as summon some SSR units for that specific color. So they provide a ton of materials, but again, it slows down as you progress into the game. Okay, and the last mode we have is the secret floor. In here is where we get the ignition weapons for our units, and at the moment we only have 4 available sets, so we have 2 floors where we can get 2 sets each. The first one being the defense and lifesteal sets, and the second floor giving you the attack speed set and the HP set. So obviously try to farm the ones that you need the most for your carries. So if you have ranged carries, go for the L set. Like a video will follow with specific information on ignition weapons. So if you have any doubts on which set is best on which unit and just want to follow what I think is best, just wait for that video and watch it. But yeah, without wasting time on these kind of explanations, just let's go in one of them. I usually try to clear the first one, the defense and lifesteal one, for the restraint points. I don't know, I find it easier to clear for me. So basically every week the rewards you see here in the middle of this screen will reset, and you will have to clear every week this secret floor with 50 restraint points to get all of them. The restraints I'm using are just all of them, with the exception of the special skill block and the defense down 10%. This one is just because with all selected other than the special skill block, you have 51, you only need 50, so I decided to remove the defense decrease on my team, just because I found that survivability was a little bit of an issue, and that was the best one I could think of removing to improve my chances of winning. So yeah, that's why I selected it this way. The team I'm using to complete it is just more or less a boss-focused team in the first one. The biggest damage dealer should be Rachel, but I prefer to give the highest slot to Joaquin. I find this more constant and you can get the shield down quite quickly. But yeah, other than this, the second team will be more AoE focused. This is what I'm running. Shane and Yeonhee are not really built. Like, she has the Runda set, but so does Zahard, so there is redundancy there. No, okay, Zahard, I already gave him the lifesteal set. I used to run him with the Runda set before I reached 3 red. So yeah, sorry, that was a mistake on my part. But yeah, so she is needed because she has the Runda set, so she can give the shield to Zahard and Shane. And also Bam has the Runda set as well, so he can give the shield to Hiwa. Here is pretty much AoE focused. The 2 enemy units on the sides will just go straight to your teams, will not go towards Zahard. So Shane is good because she can survive a little bit, and also Yeonhee has the passive, she can just tank and survive. Then we have Zahard in the middle, who will also tank and will shred the shield of the boss once he gets shielded, etc. But yeah, I will just show you and maybe comment it a little bit on top of the fight. So this is my first attempt at 50 restraint points this week. Let's see how it goes. I think Shibisu, yeah, Shibisu just gets destroyed. And that's pretty much all. Rachel can still tank a little bit because the enemy is blue, so she receives reduced damage. I like Joaquin because of this. His ultimate can really do a lot of damage here, and that was an easy win. Maybe later we can also look at the damage to see if it actually makes sense to give the highest slot to Joaquin, but yeah. This fight is the one that will be the hardest, because the opponents will just focus the backline at times, especially the ranged units. So Hiwa will probably die at a certain point, but fortunately we have Zahard, which can already deal enough damage as it is, and will carry this fight probably. Okay, let's see. Nice ultimate from Yeonhee, and yeah, okay, this fight was even easier than I was expecting. Just in general, recommendation obviously is to, my recommendation is to use green units. If you do not have the collab units, as we will see, let's check the first round. Rachel did really no damage. So if you have Joaquin, you're already on a good spot. You can easily win. You can put some other units instead of Rachel, some single target unit, and you will be fine. Like even a Blarode could be great because it will reduce the defense and the magic and physical resistance. So I think I will actually, for the next tries, replace Rachel with him. Then in round 2, as we can see, most of the damage came from Hiwa, but still not that high. Oh, I just noticed I made a mistake and I gave the highest slot to Shane. This is stupid. I think I was just remixing the team and just uh, gave her the slot by mistake. Okay, that's definitely something you don't want to do. You either want to give it to Hiwa, which in that case would not have died, probably. Shane can still tank even if she doesn't have that slot, but you could replace her with like Child and Dorsey. She would definitely do better if you have her invested. My Shane doesn't have anything on her, just a plus 10 exclusive equipment with all S gear, but not leveled up. No carrier, obviously, because she doesn't have the plus 20. So overall, she's just there to survive a little bit. Zahard, if you have him at 3 red, you can also put him in the IS slot and just see him destroy the all 5 opponents by himself without any problems. Yeon-hee doesn't need anything. She will just survive because she has the passive, so she can tank some damage for your backline. It's fine. It's only there for that reason. And Bam is there to buff your main carry, but in this case he buffed Shane, which was a total waste. So, okay, mm, my fault for this weird composition, but uh, just to give you guys the ideas. You don't need her to full rainbow. You don't need her. You can just replace her with a well enough built Child and Dorsey. Is perfectly fine. Hiwa and Bam, you will probably have them already, and you can place it Zahard in there just for some tankiness and destroying the shields. If you have Hiwa, if your Zahard is not built, then definitely give Hiwa the highest slot, in this case the level 305. Otherwise, if you have Zahard built, definitely give him the slot. Okay guys, this was all for today's video. I'm sorry if again this video was way longer than I planned. And I will see you guys in the next one where I will share with you the Excel file that I talked in a lot of my videos, and I will also share with you some recommendations I have for ignition weapons uh, in a following video that will also come out today, the evening. So yeah, okay. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.